Hi, welcome to Freezer Meals 101. I'm Christy.
And I'm Charla. And we are right now in the middle of preparing for our mega freezer meal marathon. We do one of these once every 3 months to make enough food for both of our families to last us 3 months. For those of you that don't know, Christy and I are neighbors. And we've been doing this together for over 11 years.
It's true.
Yeah, separately before that. So freezer meals is how we actually feed our families.
If you want to excel at freezer meals, do it with a friend.
It's so much more fun.
It is. It goes by faster. You can double your time, double your energy, double your food.
And freezer meals in general save you a ton of money. At the end of this video, we're going to link to another video on all the tips of how to save the most possible when you're doing freezer cooking. But we wanted to bring you an extra tip today. It's something that has come up for us when we've been planning this mega session. And that is that when you're planning your meals and you do up your shopping list, especially if you're doing a marathon and doing over 100 meals like we do,
yes,
you're gonna have a lot of meat. And what we do is we plan our freezer meals around 15% off day, which is at some of our local grocery stores on the first Tuesday of the month, there's 15% off all your groceries, which is amazing.
That's amazing.
And so as it is, we save 15%, which is awesome. But sometimes you get to the store and even if you're there right when they open, they don't necessarily have all of the meat that you need. We've run into that issue before, especially around chicken.
Yes, and so the way around it, besides the idea of going from store to store and kind of cleaning them out, which is not something that you really want to do either, we have a good relationship with the butcher at the grocery store. We do this often enough that Charlotte does the shop there and I do the Costco shop, so they know her. They see her walking through the aisle with
3 or 4 carts.
And 3 or 4 kids usually.
Yeah.
Because now they come and help you, which is awesome. So they know her by name. And so you put in a meat order. You can go and talk to your butcher and say, you know what, we're doing another mega session in 4 days or a week. I'm going to need X amount of...
Yes, and I try to do it about a week ahead just to give them time to put their order in. And I let them know I'm going to be picking it up on the Tuesday, on the 15% off day. But then here is the other tip. Because you're ordering in large amounts, because you're giving them notice and having them order it ahead, and because they might have the option of ordering that in larger cases rather than the smaller containers that they would normally sell in a regular grocery store, not like a Costco, you can ask them for an additional discount.
And yes, you can.
They will often say yes.
There's something else you need to know about ordering from a butcher. Suppose you are looking at your grocery list and 3 of your meals are going to require chopped chicken. It's coming from a butcher. It's a full butcher shop in behind the butcher counter at your grocery store. They have all the things there. You can order chopped boneless, skinless chicken breasts, X amount of pounds. You can order your thighs chopped. You can order those things and they will do it for you. And the cost is what it is. But if you're already getting the discount, it's worth it. It saves you time on the other end. We often do our own chopping.
Yep.
More because you're picky.
That's true. She's got me there.
I would go ahead and take advantage of that. Charla's, she likes to see the chicken and look it in the eye. No, I'm joking. But she likes to have control of that herself, and that's totally fine. Meat sometimes makes you squeamish, and so the more control you have in that area, the better you feel about it.
Yes, but I would... you can get beef strips, and sometimes you can find them and buy them, and other times you can't, but you can have them make the beef strips for you.
They will chop it up for you.
Yeah.
The other tip when it comes to meat that I take advantage of almost every time, because Costco, for example, our Costco that we go to often won't have ground chicken. So it makes sense to order it from your butcher at your regular grocery store. But do you know what they always have is thighs. And sometimes I'll buy 8 to 10 trays of thighs. That's 20 meals of chicken breast or chicken thighs. And so if you don't know this, you can go to the butcher window at the Costco, knock on the little window, and they'll come and open it up and talk to you, and you'd say, I'd like a case of chicken, please. Now, sometimes it is really only an extra 50 cents off a kilogram, but when you are talking 10 trays, I'm gonna amend that a little bit. You can only get 6 in a case.
But you could get
12.
2,
you could
like
get 2 cases
yeah.
and just have extra or make something else. Or I went through a period of time where they were bigger thighs, so they were only 10, but my family would still eat them as if they were smaller anyway, and so my husband would never have enough for lunch. So I'm like, I need 12 in there, because if we're each gonna have 2, he needs some left out. Like, it needs to work out. So I would buy an extra tray so that I could like supplement my meals, because our little family of 4 sometimes eats more than her family of 9, which is weird, but it's totally true.
I have a couple of girls that eat like birds.
They eat like birds, and my husband always takes some for lunch. So it's important to have like
extra
5th meal.
Yeah.
But you can go and you can do it for salmon, you can do it for ground beef. I think you can do it for steak, but I never have. But you can do it for chicken breast and chicken thighs as well.
And
they'll make it for you right there.
For ground beef, you need to order a lot to get the case.
Yes, it's something ridiculous like 27 pounds, and I'm like, we've never.
But we have sometimes made like just ground beef meals.
Sure.
And so if you were doing that, especially in a group, I know that some of you will get together like at your local church's kitchen, and there will be like 8 of you making meals. And if you're making 2 for each family
of each meal, you could definitely
16
rack it
meals.
up.
So yeah, that's a great tip, because if you can buy these in bulk, like in the case lots, you can save even more.
Sure. And the other thing that they'll have for ground beef is, you know how your regular grocery store will have a 3-pound tube? You can get a 10-pound tube from Costco. I want to say it's like $40 or $50, but that's 10 pounds of beef, and that's a good price, and it's huge, and it cuts down your cart even. Like, people look at me at Costco the same way they look at her at our regular grocery store of like, what kind of army are you feeding?
Well, and we are feeding an army, but
we are.
But it also cuts down on your packaging if that's something that's important to you too. So there's so many reasons to do like either or both, which we're doing both.
Yeah.
Buying the case lots at Costco for your meat, and then putting a meat order with your local grocery store. They're still going to honor like any flyer sales or anything like that, but
and maybe price match.
Totally.
You have the little Flip app or whatever it is. You betcha.
So you can get the best price possible, and then sometimes even get a discount in addition to that. Plus, we get to take advantage of the 15% off.
Right.
So that is a tip that we just had to pass along to you, because it's something we've been...
Well, and it's on the forefront of our minds because we're in the middle of our planning of our big session.
Yes. So join us for that. That's going to be coming really soon to a YouTube near you. I don't know how you say it. To a computer, to a phone near you.
That's right.
But check that video out for more tips on how to save money with freezer cooking, and we will see you in our kitchen.
All right.
Happy cooking.
Bye.